Captain America: Brave New World hit theaters on February 14, 2025, and it marked a significant new chapter for Sam Wilson as the new Captain America. Delving into political intrigue, the legacy of super soldiers, and the emergence of a terrifying new threat. Captain America: Brave New World 2025, The Leader We Need. The film opens 5 months after Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross Harrison Ford has been elected President of the United States. President Ross, seeking to leverage Captain America's symbolic power and his unique position, extends an invitation for Sam to help him reform the Avengers, a proposal Sam approaches with caution, given his past experiences with government control and the Sokovia Accords. A specific song, Mr. Blue, begins to play, acting as a trigger. Suddenly, Isaiah Bradley and 4 other men in the room become mind-controlled, attempting to assassinate President Ross. Stearns has gained advanced intelligence and a chilling ability to control minds through sonic frequencies, specifically by embedding triggers in songs like Mr. Blue. They confront him in a tense intellectual and physical battle. From Sidewinder, Sam learns more about Stearns' intricate plot and his manipulation of the global adamantium treaty. Stearns' plan culminates here. He intends to expose Ross's past actions and his desperate attempts to control power, all while forcing his full transformation. Dunphy also uncovers a disturbing truth: the pills Ross has been taking for his illness are subtly adding gamma radiation to his body, a slow poison orchestrated by Stearns. Stearns, using his enhanced intellect and powers, publicly reveals his connection to Ross and the gamma radiation plot during a live press conference on Celestial Island. Sam invites a recovering Joaquin Torres to officially join the Avengers, solidifying the new Falcon's role. But with a deep moral compass capable of inspiring change and holding power accountable even when it's the highest office in the land. He's the underdog who has truly earned the shield. The Adamantium Treaty is renegotiated under fairer terms. President Ross, humbled and horrified by his transformation and the exposure of his past, resigns from office. "Do you think you're the only ones?" He muses, then adds, "We'll see what happens when you have to protect it from the others." This chilling tease explicitly sets the stage for the multiverse saga's escalating threats, implying that different versions of heroes and villains from parallel universes will soon clash, leading directly into the events of Avengers: Doomsday and Avengers: Secret Wars. He voluntarily incarcerates himself at the Raft, where Sam Wilson and Betty Ross visit him, beginning the long process of reconciliation. The fight is brutal, showcasing Sam's ingenuity and resilience against overwhelming force. Sam, despite lacking super strength, uses his strategic mind and the iconic shield to inflict enough damage to reach Ross. In a poignant moment, Sam connects with the man beneath the monster, reminding Ross of visits to Washington, D.C.'s cherry blossom trees with his estranged daughter, Betty. This emotional appeal breaks through the rage, and Ross reverts to his human form. The stress, the exposure, and the accumulating gamma radiation push Ross to his breaking point. In a shocking transformation, President Ross erupts into the Red Hulk, a monstrous, rampaging form, destroying part of the newly established facilities on Celestial Island. Stearns reveals his long-held grudge against Ross, detailing his plan not to kill Ross, but to utterly destroy his reputation and legacy, exposing his hypocrisy and control. During their fight, Stearns escapes, unleashing mind-controlled soldiers on them. Ruth Bat Seraph proves herself a formidable ally, demonstrating her Black Widow training. He's been imprisoned for years at Camp Echo 1, publicly blamed by Ross for the Abominations rampage, and was secretly promised release by Ross if he helped him achieve the presidency. Ruth Bat Seraph Shirahas, Ross's steely chief of security and a former Black Widow, acts swiftly, taking down the other attackers while Sam struggles to subdue Isaiah. The attack is thwarted, but a disoriented and confused Isaiah is arrested, facing severe charges. Sam also insists that Isaiah Bradley Carl Lumbly, the elderly super soldier and a crucial figure from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. His investigation puts him at odds with President Ross, who, despite his new position, still carries the baggage of his past as Thunderbolt Ross, a man prone to aggressive tactics and a desire for control. Ross, while outwardly composed, is revealed to be struggling with a mysterious illness which is affecting his temperament and public image. He's also trying to reconcile with his estranged daughter, Betty Ross Leave Tyler, who hasn't spoken to him in years. Be invited to the summit, aiming to secure justice and recognition for Isaiah's past suffering. Sam Wilson Anthony Mackie has fully embraced the mantle of Captain America, working alongside Joaquin Torres Danny Ramirez, who now operates as the new Falcon. Their opening mission takes them to Oaxaca, Mexico, to stop the illegal sale of classified items stolen by a mercenary group called the Serpent Society, led by the formidable Sidewinder Giancarlo Esposito. The action sequence immediately establishes Sam's fighting style, a blend of acrobatic shield work and strategic use of his wings, showcasing his reliance on skill and tech rather than a super soldier serum. Upon their successful return, Sam and Joaquin are invited to the White House. The summit gathers world leaders, where President Ross announces a groundbreaking discovery: adamantium, the near-indestructible metal, familiar to X-Men fans as Wolverine's skeletal composition, has been found on Celestial Island, formed when the Celestial Tiamat emerged from the Indian Ocean in Eternals. The stolen items Sam recovered in Mexico were the first refined samples of this incredibly valuable new resource. Ross aims to negotiate a global treaty over its control. However, the summit descends into chaos. Sam immediately suspects something more sinister is at play. He knows Isaiah wouldn't act like this. Sam's inquiries lead him to the true mastermind, Dr. Samuel Stearns Tim Blake Nelson, famously known as the Leader, who was last seen being exposed to Bruce Banner's blood in The Incredible Hulk. Sam, Joaquin, and eventually Ruth Bat-Seraph track down Stearns. The trio then meets with Sam's military friend, Dennis Dunphy, a character from the comics, likely in a new role, perhaps a government contact, who has Sidewinder in custody. Sam, Joaquin, and Ruth race to Celestial Island, where Ross and the Prime Minister of Japan, Ozaki, are vying for ownership of the adamantium. The climax erupts in a devastating confrontation. Captain America, alongside Joaquin and Ruth, must now contend with the formidable Red Hulk. In the aftermath, Isaiah Bradley is exonerated, his name finally cleared. The film's ending cements Sam Wilson as a unique Captain America, one who fights not just with strength. In a post-credit scene, an imprisoned Dr. Samuel Stearns, calmly assessing the future with his enhanced intellect, warns Sam Wilson of a coming attack.